The anxiety of the occasion was making my heart palpitate and perspire with the destructive fever of the worry. When I passed through a Milan street and noticed a destitute beggar, already drunk, I think, he was joking and laughing. I groaned and spoke with the friends accompanying me about the many sufferings that result from our follies. In all our strivings, such as those efforts that were then worrying me, the goads of ambition impelled me to drag the burden of my unhappiness with me, and in dragging it, to make it even worse, yet we had no goal other than to reach a carefree cheerfulness. That beggar was already there before us, and perhaps we would never achieve it. For what he had gained with a few coins obtained by begging, that is the cheerfulness of temporal felicity, I was going about to reach by painfully twisted and roundabout ways. True joy he had not. But my quest to fulfill my ambitions was much falser. There was no question that he was happy, and I racked with anxiety. He had no worries. I was frantic, and if anyone had asked me if I would prefer to be merry or to be racked with fear, I would have answered, to be merry. Yet if he asked whether I would prefer to be a beggar like that man or the kind of person I then was, I would have chosen to be myself, a bundle of anxieties and fears. What an absurd choice! Surely it cannot be the right one, for I ought not to have put myself above him on the ground of being better educated, a matter from which I was deriving no pleasure. My education enabled me to seek to please men, not to impart to them any instruction, but merely to purvey pleasure. For that reason you broke my bones with the rod of your discipline. This is from St. Augustine's Confessions. And there's something in there that I think applies not only to Christians, but to those that think in general. He said that the man he would prefer to be merry than to be full of anxiety and fear, correct? But if you were to be asked, would you rather be the beggar or yourself, keeping in mind that the beggar is merry and you are not, he said he would prefer to be himself with all his anxiety and fears. And I think there's 2 points that we can derive from that, which obviously we can all relate to that. But there's 2 points which we can derive from that. The first is that no matter how much it's proven that temporal things, material things, education, status do not provide you with true tranquility, and you say you want tranquility, you still will not give up your material and temporal things for that tranquility. The second thing is that we would often prefer to be ourselves, no matter how bad our case, than another person. And I don't know exactly the reason for that, but we are so attached to our experiences, our story, that even though we complain and we, you know, cry about our situation, we would still rather be in our situation as ourselves, in possession of our faculties, memories, and abilities, than another person's. So it's beautiful to be yourself. You wouldn't trade it for anything. So don't be envious of others when you know you wouldn't trade your experience for theirs. Just improve your experience. But yeah, great words of Augustine. I'm really enjoying his work, The Confessions.